friends, welcome back to my channel. Welcome to a weekly vlog, possibly. I wanted to take you guys along with me for my week. I haven't filmed in quite a while because I'm just not doing too well up in the old mental. I had trouble getting my antidepressant, so I was suffering from withdrawals and it was looking real rough. My therapist just texted me. How funny. And I've been feeling not great on top of like the seasonal depression. I have just been really struggling. I haven't been able to like force myself to get on camera, and I have had no creative ideas in my head at all. So I've really just been trying to get back into the swing of things. I've been trying to get back into working out, trying to focus on like video gaming, spending time with my partner. I've just been able to start reading again and like getting back to work. I want to film. Like, I woke up this morning and I was excited to film, so I thought we could do that this week. This week is not super busy. I have a psychiatry appointment and then of course I have weekly therapy, but other than that I don't really have a ton going on. It's my partner's long week, so it's going to be a lot of nights of me alone. And then this weekend I think my mom and I are going to go to the library, and I'll probably hang out with my mom a little bit this week as well. I've just been really struggling with being alone. That's something that I usually savor when my partner has like long weeks. I love just being at the house, cuddling up with the cats, like getting really comfy and cozy in bed, but I've just been really struggling with being alone. So I probably will hang out with her for a little bit, but other than that, like, my week isn't super busy. Not to make this vlog any longer than it has to be, but I decided today that I was going to delete all of my social medias, and by that I just mean Instagram and Threads, because those are the only ones that I have, like, aside from YouTube. Post on Instagram, and I did like the whole shebang, but I like wanted to talk about it briefly here because over the past couple of months Meta has been making some like policy changes and stuff that are pretty not great in my opinion, about privacy and stuff like that, and fact checking. And they're going more the way of like X, which is very concerning. And there's going to be like no fact checking. It's all going to be like community based. And aside from that, they are also getting rid of their DEI policy, which makes it so that they're not prioritizing the well-being of their employees, like their marginalized employees, but also like making the platform safe for everybody. And I don't feel comfortable giving my eyeballs and my time to Meta anymore. I feel like Meta is working backwards, and they're getting rid of they're just going in a direction that I don't like. And you getting on the app and looking at the ads and consuming content on there directly benefits them. They're selling your data and they are putting ads on stuff, and they're getting revenue from it. So I don't feel comfortable doing it, and like obviously it's a very personal decision and everybody has like their own reasons. Like, I know people have like Instagram businesses and stuff like that, and I'm not calling anybody to like delete their own accounts, but I have had a long history of issues with social media, just like social media and my mental well-being, so I don't feel bad about getting rid of Instagram. We're getting away from Instagram, and I cannot say that I am sad about it. My life and my mental health just is way better when I don't have social media. I just spend my time better, I feel better, I find myself not spiraling and doom scrolling as much, and then I spiral about doom scrolling. I just want to cut all of that out. I just want to stay on YouTube where I feel comfortable and safe and have my little community here, and continue to grow my community and do the things that I love over here. So that is that. So if you noticed like my Instagram account gone or whatever, that's why. So, but let's get into the vlog. Let's have a good week. Let's do fun stuff. Let's read some good books, watch some good TV shows, and have a good week. I am trying to get back on track this week. So today is Monday. I packed my bag to go to the gym after work. I'm at work, and I'm hoping it's a good week. I'm feeling a little bit better mentally. I'm back into reading and all of that stuff. I am currently reading A Language of Dragons. I am 242 pages in, and this is so easy to read that I'm really enjoying it. Dark academia, kinda. It's not a school, but it's like she's studying shit. I have learned nothing if not, I'm not a dark academia girl. I don't mind books that are set at school, like bully romances and things like that. But if it's actually like about a school, like she's going there, or the main character is like going there and reading and like studying, and we're learning about what she's studying, like I'm not a big fan. But I'm still like enjoying this one. It's easy to get through, so I'm not too terribly mad about it, but it's just not my favorite. So that's that. I'm gonna go into work. We'll talk later. It's gonna be a good day, and I'm gonna keep repeating it to myself. I thought before I change into my gym clothes I could show you the grout fit for the day. I had fuzzy socks on and slip-on slippers. This is not an official grout fit by any means, but we love a grout fit. They're so comfy, and it's exactly what I need right now. But let's get changed for the gym. All right, here we are. I have my oversized t-shirt from Hello Lovely Box when I was a partner with them a while back, with the matching bra and this nice purple color, and then my Reeboks. I will say this is the nicest yoga outfit, yoga material. I have lost a smidgen of weight, and it fits even better than it did before. It's so soft, it's so comfy, and matching it with like an oversized shirt, it just feels so good. Like I don't have to worry about anything at the gym, and you just feel great in it. So I'm gonna link them down below. I have this top in another color, and then another pair of like shorts, and I would recommend them if you're looking for some good soft, like I cannot explain, butter soft, comfy, perfect. So I definitely should be eating a good recovery meal after my workout, but I have been obsessed with this meal. And I'm gonna have some chicken after, but I have been obsessed with strawberry cream cheese banana on a bagel. It's so good. I don't know why I never thought of it before. I don't know why I ever never tried it before, but it is my fixation. Thank you, autism. I've been thinking about it all day. I was gonna make it this morning, and I laid in bed and cuddled with Bean for way too long this morning. So I'm gonna have one now, and then we're gonna make a matcha. There's my chicken. And we're gonna hop on Pinterest, I think, because I want to make some collages, and like bookish collages, and Pinterest is like a really good place for that. I'm gonna eat my lunch, shower, because I sweated a fuck ton. It was hot in there, and I kept on my fuzzy socks, and it was a choice. So I'm very sweaty. I'm gonna eat, shower. We're gonna hop on, make my matcha. I'll show you how I make my matcha at home. And then we're gonna hop on Pinterest. And we might play some video games. It's my partner's long night, so I have some free time. I do need to film a final clip for a reading vlog that's coming up either, I think you'll see it before this one. And I need to edit that and get it scheduled and ready to go. Other than that, like, my night's free. That shouldn't take me that long. The outro is gonna be like maybe 7 minutes, and then the rest of the video is edited and ready to go. So it's a video that I've been filming since November. Man, it's not gonna be for anybody that likes the books that I'm reading in the vlog, but yeah. So let me eat my lunch, we'll be back. We're going to run through this really quickly and hopefully I can make it through. So I have been wanting to get off of coffee. As an ADHD person, like, caffeine doesn't really do a ton for me, but I'm a little bit dependent on it. I do sort of feel like I need it every morning, and I don't want to be that way. And I want to lessen, like, my coffee intake. And I like matcha, so I've been trying to, like, slowly wean myself off coffee and get into matcha, but in order for that to happen, I need to be good at my matcha lattes. So I've kind of worked out a method. I just need to tweak it a little bit. I got a matcha kit. The one that I got is called Jade Leaf. It comes with like the sifter thing and like the thingy that you like rub them on, and then it also comes with like some other stuff that I don't use because you'll see. And then it comes with a little guide. And then the matcha that I got is this everyday matcha. I will say I probably won't purchase this again because this little thing was quite expensive. And if both my partner and I are drinking them daily, every other day, it's gonna get quite expensive for that. But essentially what I do is like I follow the guide, but rather than doing the part of it, which I know like everybody loves, I put it in the blender. So I have a NutriBullet, whatever, a little smoothie maker, whatever. And I just really put everything in here, and then I blend it up, and it tastes great. I usually don't do anything fancy, but for the sake of the video, I'm gonna put it in this little cup, and I'm gonna get some ice in it once it's done. But I just follow the guide as far as like measurements and stuff with little measuring cups, and I add it to my little blender, and then I blend it up, and then I put it over ice. I put oat milk creamer in the blender, so usually the matcha plus water will come to about here on the max line, and then I'll just fill the rest up with coffee creamer with oat milk. And that's kind of it, and it tastes good. I also add vanilla syrup, a couple pumps of that. Pumps vary. I found that I like mine on the sweeter side, so I add more water and more sugar syrup. So let's make it and hope it's delicious.
I mean, I could go farm other shit and level up, and if we level up, we instantly kill this guy.
Times, but nothing actually remained. I do think that writing is interesting. So I have been reading A Language of Dragons. I think I briefly mentioned this. It's one of the books from Fairy Loot that I received. It's a YA fantasy. I am 256 pages in. I've been reading it over the past couple of days. I would like to get through it. I don't have that much left. I'd like to finish it because I'm kind of just tired of it. I could pick up the audiobook because it's on Everand, but I don't know. The main character is really, really frustrating me. And then I also started the audiobook for Two Twisted Crowns. It returns to my library soon. It's the second book in the series. I'm interested in it, but it's so hard for me to want to listen to audiobooks recently. I love audiobooks. They're so good. Sometimes I just can't with them. I was on hold for this forever, and I need to read it while I can, get it off my list, all of that stuff. So I'm going to bounce between those two books, I think. For the rest of the evening, I'm probably just going to read. It is 5:30. My partner gets home at 7. We do dinner, yada, yada, yada. I'm going to watch some Twitch and read. I haven't been in the reading mood, so I'm hoping that I can fly through this and it will spurn me. Is that the right word? I'm hoping it'll push me to want to read more. Been a few days since we talked because I have been just busy. Tuesday, my partner and I did a local Lorcana event after my workout, so I didn't have much time. And then Wednesday, after my workout, I got my hair cut. I don't know if you can really tell because you guys don't usually see a ton of my hair, but I got some bangs that I'm probably gonna style in a blunt bang type. And then we did some face framing pieces, and we were able to keep a decent bit of my length, which I appreciate. So, and then today I am free. I'm home from work. I'm taking a rest day, and I'm ready to read. I've been doing a ton of reading over the past couple of days, which I'm so excited about because I'm finally back into reading and it feels so good. But I've been finishing things, so let's talk about those real quick. We haven't done a reading update in this video yet. The audiobook for Two Twisted Crowns came through my library and it was about to return, so I decided to knock it out. I gave it 4 stars. This is the second book in this Shepherd King series. I read the first one, started on an ebook, couldn't really get into it, checked out the audiobook. The audiobook was stunning, and I think I gave the first one 3 stars. I knew I wanted to close out the series. It was a duology. I really liked the first one after a certain point, so when it came through my library, I was pretty excited. I listened to the audiobook again this time, and the audiobooks for this series are so good. The narrator is the same in both, I believe, and she does a stunning job. But this was a really, really good conclusion. We got some different points of view that we didn't get in the first one that I think just did a beautiful job of rounding out the story. I did have some minor complaints about how we got some of the like backstory of some of the characters and the way that information was revealed to us. But I think overall this was really fast-paced, really fun. The romances were great. I loved the conclusion, and I liked where we went with like the world and stuff, and I can see this author doing more in this world. That being said, I do know that she's coming out with another fantasy story, but I think it's a different, I know it's a different series, it might be a different world, I don't know, but I will be picking it up for sure. And then I kind of went on like a DNFing spree. I tried to read A Language of Dragons, that's what I was reading in the beginning of the video, and I got about 50% of the way through and I just couldn't continue. I think I mentioned in my initial couple clips that I'm just not a big fan of like school settings where they're like studying and stuff, and the way that the story was progressing, the lack of character development, the lack of clear world building, the plot, all of it just wasn't very interesting to me. And then I tried a couple of other things that I just really couldn't get into, so I settled on bouncing between of Jade and Dragons, which I've been reading for a couple of days. I am 150 pages in currently, and this is the cover. I'm enjoying it so far. It is YA, it's fantasy, it's about a girl who joins an engineers guild in the main island of this empire, to find out who killed her father and like what happened there. He went to the guild, he was kind of well known, and she wants to know what happened to him. So she goes, there's a little bit of a love interest with one of the princes, and it's pretty okay so far. It does involve a trial, which is funny because the other book that I'm currently reading also involves a trial, but I'm liking it. It's a really easy read. I wouldn't say it's like the most developed thing ever, but it's fun to get through. And then the other book that I'm reading is Lightlark. I have tried to pick this up previously. I think I've tried it twice, once ebook, once audiobook. DNF'd it both times. Third time's the charm. Weirdly enough, this is an extremely popular like TikTok book, but it's always available from my library, so I don't know what that says. All I know is people really don't like this book. Partially, I think it was review bombed because people don't like the author. She just has like a very cocky personality, which I think people like turns people off, and so her book got review bombed, which is like not cool. But I think the other part of it is like people just aren't the biggest fan. So far, I'm finding it to be okay. It is a fantasy. Another fantasy. It's another YA story. There's a centennial every 100 years. This one island appears, and it's the chance for the 6 rulers of the different kingdoms to come together and try to like break this curse that's on all of the kingdoms. And Isla is the main character. She is the wildlings. They all have like stupid ass names like Sunling, Moonling, uncreative names like that. And she's the ruler of the wildlings, which is like temptresses and warriors and stuff like that. She doesn't have any powers, so she's kind of like faking it a little bit. She gets there, she makes some friends, they go through this trial. 21% of the way through. There's a love triangle in this, and I know people really don't like it. I'm having an okay time with it so far. I feel like this is just the week of like mediocre reads, which is fine. I'm getting some of the things off my TBR that I want to read, so that's it as far as my reading life is concerned. As far as the brain is concerned, I'm doing much better. Getting back into a routine has really, really helped me, and I'm feeling good. So back on my meds, back into working out, back into reading. I'm feeling good. So that's the update. We'll talk later. I'm hoping that I will be working from home tomorrow, and then I'll have the weekend. I'm gonna go to the library. We're gonna have a good weekend. It might snow. Fingers crossed that it doesn't, but we'll see. But for the rest of the day, I'm gonna read, probably play a little bit of video games with my partner, but other than that, we're reading a ton because I want to get through all of these books that I'm currently in the middle of. Okay, wow, this is not the look with this haircut. I just finished filming the video you guys should be seeing after this one. I think it's coming out on Wednesday. And now I need to eat some breakfast, so I'm gonna make my strawberry bagel with some banana on it. And then I'm kind of feeling some reading. I feel like I haven't been reading recently. Might play some Marvel Rivals. I haven't decided. And I plan on filming another video tomorrow. It's gonna be quite in depth. That's what's on the agenda this weekend. Like I said, it's my partner's week off, so, or week to work. So we're chilling alone with the babies. And we're gonna have a good weekend, I hope. Last weekend flew by, so I want this one to be nice and long. I have off Monday. Monday's gonna be a day. I'm gonna eat my breakfast, edit this video, however long that takes. Probably gonna take a couple hours because I edit very slow. So I've been doing this 5 years and I still edit super slow. We'll get into books. We'll have a cozy weekend. It's supposed to be cold. It might snow. We'll see. I guess this week is the week of disappointing reads because I DNF'd both the books that I was reading and I have no idea where to go from here. I didn't finish Lightlark because like there was nothing there. There was nothing there. And for both of these books, but especially with Lightlark, I was thinking like, why am I just reading these books that I'm not liking, that have no substance, just to be reading them? Like, what is the point of wasting my time on a book that's not gonna get any more than like a 2-star, that I'm not getting anything out of? For Of Jade and Dragons, I was like 240 pages in, more than halfway. And there's 2 things that are part of this storyline that are like the main plot. The revenge and the trial. Neither of those things had happened. She had done absolutely nothing to find out who killed her father, and there was no trials happening at all. So I was just reading them to read them, and we're not doing that. So, but I think I need just like a good romance. So for the moment, I'm going to play some Marvel Rivals and watch some YouTube videos, and then we'll try to read later. So I thought we could do a quick update on my 2025 Filofax. Nothing special because the stuff that I have in here I'm not loving. I'm also getting a new cover. So I forgot that even though it's A5 in Canva and I use the A5 setting on my printer, it cuts off at the bottom. I don't know how to fix that. I'm not good with printers and settings and stuff. So all of my pages are cut off. I completely forgot. It's a little bit frustrating, and I can't go with the theme that I was gonna go with because of it, but so this is my little About Me page. I did the same thing in my last one. This is my vision board. This is my goals bingo card. I haven't decided what rewards I'm gonna give myself. And then I decided to do a month category, like see, it's like fucked up here, and it's not fully printed there, and you can tell where the paper ends. This is gonna be for like daily activities. I'm gonna write down literally everything I do that day as like a memory keeping thing. So I have one for every month of the year. And then we get into my daily pages. And I think I spoke the vlog where I set it up that I was doing like a scrapbooky sort of theme. And as you can tell, it didn't work out. Now, these were printed as A4, like in Canva, these are set as A4, so it's like my bad with printing these. But as you can see, for this one, it cuts off at the end, which really sucks. So I've gone through and like fixed my Canva templates and erased the background, so it's basically going to be like it was last year with like the newspaper theme. I didn't hate it, but I wanted to try something new and it didn't work. Maybe I'll go back once I figure out the printing settings, but this is kind of my setup for the moment. Once I get that new cover in, I think I'm going to experiment a little bit, but this is what we're working with for now. This is the outfit. I'm about to head out for lunch and library trip. I'm just wearing this brown long sleeve with some high-waisted ripped jeans and my Timbs, and then this green jacket. It is thankfully supposed to be warm today, so I don't have to wear multiple layers. Let's get lunch. Let's go to the library. Okay, I am back from my very successful library trip. We had a nice little lunch. We went to the big library, so there was a big selection. Listen, like 2 videos ago, I literally said that I needed to use my library more, which I'm doing. I don't know how I can use it any more than I already do, and I need to just go and spend time there and like pick up books that I haven't heard of before, and I need to try new stuff. And in my defense, I tried, but I wasn't successful with that endeavor. I actually got all books that I have heard of before that are popular, except a couple. I got some graphic novels that I personally have not heard of before, but I have a nice little stack here. And, you know, the library is always going to be there. In my defense, we went to the big location, and the big location has way better selection than the one near my house, because the one near my house is like only a couple of shelves. It's very small. So that's my defense. I'm sticking to it. But let's do a book haul of all the library books that I got. First, we'll talk about the ones that I got a couple of days ago. I'm reading these for an end of year video. I'm doing a thing where I read 100 classics that you should read before you die. I'm doing about 8 a month. January 18th, and I haven't started, but it's fine. But these are the ones that I'm going to be reading. So, To Kill a Mockingbird, The Little Prince, The Catcher in the Rye, 1984, Pride and Prejudice, and The Diary of a Young Girl. Some of these I have read, like To Kill a Mockingbird I've read, 1984 I've read, Catcher in the Rye I've read. The rest are new to me, but I'm rereading ones that I haven't read within like the last couple of years that are on the list. All right, let's talk about the ones that I got today. The first 2, the ones that I haven't heard of, are Homebody. This is a graphic memoir, and I believe it's about a non-binary person experiencing teenagehood, so that should be nice. The art looks very cute. And then the other one is The Ghost Keeper. I think this is about a ghost hunter or someone that helps ghosts like move on to the other side. And the art style for that is great as well. So let's just go through the rest. These are all very popular, and I'm hoping that I enjoy them. First up, we have Funny Story. I've tried to read this previously and I just really couldn't get into it, but I love Emily Henry. I think I've given 2 of her books 5 stars and I've given 2 of them like 2 or 3 stars. So I'm hoping that this will be a 5-star instead of a 2-star. This seems to be the one that like everybody universally agrees is really good, so I'm excited to give that another shot. We then have The Breakup Pact. I haven't heard of this one. It was on like the Buzzy new releases shelf. I don't watch a ton of book content, so if something is hyped, like it has to be really big for it to get to me, but the little hyped ones, like I don't really know a ton about. But this is The Breakup Pact. I think they both have like wildly humiliating breakups that go viral. It's a fake relationship situation. Sounds very cute. I've been meaning to pick up Emma Lord's books. She wrote Tweet Cute, which I thought was a YA. This is adult. So next up is, might be a swing and a miss. I got Love Redesigned by Lauren Asher. I've tried to read the car one and I didn't like it, and I've read all of the Dream of the Billionaires and all of them were like 3 stars. So I'm hoping that this one will be better. I like these covers. Her like marketing strategy is just so cute. Her designs are so cute. So I'm gonna give this a shot. I know it's a billionaire small town romance, so let's do with that one. Next up we have The Au Pair Affair and Fangirl Down, both by Tessa Bailey. I believe these are part of the same series. I know one of these doesn't have like super good reviews. I like Tessa Bailey. She has some of my favorite romances of all time. She also has some of the worst romances I've ever read, so we're gonna try them out. This is about a hockey player, and I believe she works for the hockey team. And then this one is a fangirl. I think he does golf, which sounds horribly boring, and I think she just like has a thing for him, which last time I read a She Falls First from Tessa Bailey, I did not have a good time. So I then picked up The Long Game. Now I have tried to read 2 separate Elena Armez's romances, both from the same series, and I do not like her writing. But we're gonna try it the like traditionally published way and see how I feel. I'm already seeing more quotation marks than I ever saw in the other 2 that I tried. Oh, okay. So we'll see. Then we have Delilah Green Doesn't Care and Astrid Parker Doesn't Fall. Sapphic romances. Heard good things about Ashley Herring Blake. Love a good sapphic romance. I think this is single mom, sister's best friend, and this seems to be like Carpenter and maybe they're working together, HGTV show. So hopefully those are good. The last romance that I got was A Sure Thing. I have actually never heard anything about this, but this is super fucking cute, and it seems to be about Kit who is having issues painting, and their muse ends up being the heroine. So we'll see. And then the last 3 novels that I got are not romance. So we have Blackheart Man, which is another one that I haven't heard anything about, but it seems to be, it says a magical island is facing conquerors from abroad and something sinister from within in this entrancing fantasy from the Grandmaster award-winning author. And then the last 2 are horror thriller situation. The newest release from my all-time favorite horror author, Stephen Graham Jones. I was a teenage slasher. I love how in love with slashers Stephen Graham Jones is, because I am also in love with slashers. So I had to pick up his newest novel. I don't know anything about this. I just know it's about slashers. So excited for that. And then the very last one is The Perfect Marriage. I have not read anything by this author before. I do know that this is a very popular thriller, and this author is like messy. Not in her personal life, but like her books are messy. So I think this is like defense attorney, married to a struggling writer. They go to a secluded woods. They have one of them has an affair, and the husband is arrested for the murder of the woman he had an affair with. She has to defend her own husband. Wait, have I read this before? I feel like I read The Good Marriage. It wasn't her own husband, but it was, it's a thriller about a woman who is a lawyer and she has to represent someone for murdering his wife, and she doesn't know if he did it or not, and you're trying to figure it out, and she knows him, but we don't know how she knows him, or something like that. I can't remember the name of it, but I did read that. That's not this one, obviously, because that wasn't her husband, but I have a feeling that I'm gonna be reading pretty heavy this weekend, so we might see each other in another vlog that I start after this one. Probably a reading vlog, maybe a life vlog, I haven't decided, but that's gonna be it for this one. I really hope you guys enjoyed it. I would love to talk down in the comments about how your week went. What does a productive week look like for you? I hope you're not pushing yourself too hard and you are rewarding yourself when you can. Please consider subscribing if you're into vlogs like this, and check out my backlist. I have a ton of videos there that might interest you. Thank you so much for watching, and I will catch you guys in my next one.